super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello everyone and welcome to May's Minute. And you know I really do only have about a minute to talk to you and then I need to get back to playing with Elmo. Now today's topic is talking to kids about the coronavirus. You know, I've had a hard time talking to Elmo about this. I want him to understand, but I don't want to scare him. My good friend Lucindy gave me this simple tip, and it's ask, assure, activate. Now, you start by asking questions. Try a question like, what have you heard about the coronavirus? Or what have you heard about germs? And this will help you find out what they know and clear up anything that isn't true. Now that you've asked questions, it's time to assure. Tell your child that lots of people are working hard to keep us healthy and safe, and that your family is working hard to keep you safe too. So now we've asked and we've assured, and as the last step, it's time to activate. You can give children a sense of control by activating them to do their part. You know, I told Elmo that he could be a healthy helper by wearing a mask and washing his hands with soap and water and coughing and sneezing into his elbow. You know how that goes. Well, now I just want to thank Lucindy for that great tip. And remember, it's ask, assure, activate.
Hey, Mommy!
Oh, well, that's my minute. I'm coming, Elmo.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Raising voices.
I feel happy when my father spends time with me. I hope all fathers will like my father. I want my father to reach out to all fathers. He knows how important it is to be a good father. I promise to help my father inspire other fathers to change.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Patriotism is a feeling of love, devotion, and the willingness to sacrifice for one's country.
I say no to corruption because I put my country first. I choose peace over violence because I put my country first.
I love Uganda. I serve Uganda. I sacrifice for Uganda. I'm loyal to Uganda. I love my soul.
Be patriotic. Uganda first. This message is brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Co-Uganda, Office of the President.
Raising voices.
Like other fathers across Uganda, I'm standing up to say no to violence against children. I commit to give my children a violence-free childhood. As fathers, we can make Uganda safer for our children. I promise to speak out when I see violence.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
This weekend, Youth of Purpose.
It's us, it's you as an individual to be secure first and then security of the nation.
I'm here to tell my fellow youth out there that it is our role to participate in security of our nation. It begins with us.
I don't want us to leave everything to the police. Like people are saying, it's just their job. It's not. It's everybody's role.
Sure.
One cannot do that bad to his country when they have the love for their country inside them.
And the youth also must develop a heart of patriotism that has principles like sacrifice.
We take caution of each and everyone that we are moving with, even your close friends.
Change is not about changing the offices. It is about changing the idea, leaving the bad one and bringing the good one.
The government should also help other universities because some of the universities are not having enough security.
This is a time for us to come together and make sure that we work towards making sure that our nation is secure, but also you as an individual, you are secure.
Uganda first.
Buli munya-Uganda nayitinga amakuru marungi. UBC West eyina amakuru marungi kandi agali kwesigwa. Rero za program zayo ziri omulunya kitara hamwe n'urufumbira. UBC West eyina tekinologiya ey'omulembe eri kugibasisa kwika omu bicweka byona omu ihanga nangu n'aheru y'eihanga. Tukwatire aha frequencies zetu. Kisoro 97.7 fama. Kalari 93.7 fama. Hoima 99.1 fama. Kampala 5.7 fama. Mbarara 97.4 fama. Futpoto 98.8 fama. Masindi 5 fama. Kurikiriza UBC West ohulire embaganiza. UBC West empika huna.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Raising voices.
As a community member, I think we need to change in the way we act in response to violence against children. In my small way, I can be a leader in preventing violence in my community. I promise to work with my neighbors to create violence-free homes and communities for our children.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *149*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *149*10*5#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *149*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Shopping needs this Christmas, come to Capital Shoppers. We have a variety of items like gift hampers, foods, garments, cosmetics, and all sorts of drinks. Enjoy your shopping experience this festive season at affordable prices in our fully stocked branches in the following areas: in Tinda Stretcher Road, opposite Makere Business School along Port Bell Road, Duster Street opposite Nakasero Market, and Garden City on Yusuf Lule Road. To all our customers and suppliers, we thank you for your continuous support. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize, and wear your mask always.
Raising voices.
As a teacher, I have the opportunity to shape how children grow and learn. I believe in creating a non-violent school where children feel safe and respected. I promise to lead by example and create a different kind of relationship with my learners, one that helps them grow.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite shows.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Every marriage has 100% chances of succeeding. You know why? Because God created marriage, and God never creates failure, and God never designs anything to fail. Every marriage has 100% chances of succeeding. Is your marriage struggling and you're wondering whether it will ever succeed, whether you will ever make it, whether it's even worth holding on to? You got to tune into Unlocking Marital Bliss, because right here we provide the keys to unlock the bliss in your marriage, and you will be able to succeed. We've had testimonies, and lives are changing day by day.
Marriage must be a discipline. It must not be handled like a casual thing.
As women, when we have the outward expression, even our form of respect is tied to the outward things that you do.
Some women now have working class. They don't know how to handle their husbands because the marriage has become like question and answer marriage. Do you have any tea? Don't you have hands to prepare it? Why have you come back late? Did I take your blanket? It's question and answer marriage.
Not any other place, but every Sunday, 3 p.m., right here at UBC. With the one and only Cyrus Rod, not any other.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final Friday of the year 2021. We thank the Lord who has brought us this far, because we're just left with few hours and will be in 2022. It is a special Friday here, and we keep you in that mood of ensuring that we spice up your Fridays. And of course, first, we had a number of performances that dominated the year here on Special Friday, and I believe you really enjoyed yourself watching the various artists that blessed our Fridays here. And of course, being Friday, still we had Kenneth Mugabi some time back, and he had tremendous performances. Guess what? We have the same guy this morning ready to spice up your Friday once again. And of course, he's the artist that is going to be winding up our Friday special this Friday. Kenneth, I'm delighted seeing you this lovely morning.
I think I last saw you on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it was Valentine's Day when we last met.
Yeah, it's February. Wow, it's been quite a while.
Yeah, that was on the 14th of Feb.
Yes.
And here we are again.
Closing the year.
Closing the year.
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, how does it feel, Kenneth, having made it this far? It's been a trying year.
Well, the first thing I'll thank the Lord. Well, I'm still alive. Many perished, but I'm still alive, meaning there's something I have to do. So I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful that I'm still here.
Very interesting. Most of the people, of course, life is something they have to appreciate the Lord for. But looking at the field where you are, that is music.
Yes.
This year, of course, and the other year have not been that very best. Talking about 2021, and Kenneth, what has dominated your year? What do you make of 2021?
Well, 2021 is the year that actually things have moved quite steadily and not fast, but I was able to finish my 24-track album, and for me that's the highlight. For me, that's
24?
The highlight. 24, yes. And the album is called People of the Land.
Wow.
Yes.
A very big achievement in that field.
Yeah.
But of course, was it under lockdown, the 24?
Yeah. Because I used to go to studio in the evening and I'll come out in the morning. So for curfew details, I would just go and sleep in studio and then come out as people are going to work and all that. Personally, I would just go home sleep.
By Feb when last met, how many were out by then?
By Feb, I think like a few, like 3, 4, 5-ish, they were done. As I'm speaking, I'm giving out flash sticks with 24 tracks to people.
Very interesting. Yes. That's a blessing in everything.
Yes.
Much as many would allude to the lockdown, the partial lockdown, yes, as an hindrance to prosper. Here you are, yes, and you've been able to have really 24 songs, making, yes, it a full album there with 24
Actually, those
tracks.
are like 2 albums. It's 2 albums in one. So because my album, I kind of cut them into 2. Because the first album had 11, the second album had 13. So now this album has 24. So those are 2 in 1.
2 in 1, very interesting. Kenneth, to a person, I know your music is everywhere. It's very trending, and of course, there's one of your ardent supporters, that is Nelson Segawa. I know he's watching, and he really told me, once you have that guy, just tell him not to leave the set without playing for me Chibunomu. But to a person, who is Kenneth Mugabi?
Kenneth Mugabi is in simple terms, he is a servant. I serve people. My mother was a servant, was a civil servant. My father was a civil servant. So I was born in between civil servants, so that makes me a servant too. But my service, I use music to serve. So I serve through music. So that's pretty much who I am.
Kenneth, listening to a number of your songs, and of course those very interesting videos, one of them being Nachi, I really enjoyed the drama into that video. But I get to discover that most of your songs are about passion, they're about love. And really, what drives you into this area? Because we see a number of artists, of late, some going to political, some going to this, different forms of music, but you concentrate more on passion.
Love. Well, first of all, we are commanded to love. We are commanded to love, and people pick up love easily. For some reason they do, and in the beginning I wanted to do gospel, but then it for some reason it didn't click. So I was like, you know what, let me use love, let me pass through love. So with love, things have started, moving. People are now actually understanding what I'm saying. And when I once in a while drop in a gospel or an inspiration song, it picks up quite easily because people can relate. Yes.
Well, what drives you? You talking about love, you because you're a songwriter, you're a storyteller, you're multi-talented, I would say.
Thank you.
But what drives your music? Are they life experiences?
Yeah, life experiences. It's very difficult for me to create something out of blue. And even if I do create it, I have to attach it to something so that I can feel it's real. So, nizo kuimba kungato, nenzukire ngato jina in primary maybe. And it makes sense for me. It makes it like when I'm singing or when I'm performing or when I'm writing, in my head zukiranga and I explain how it was. I explain the environment it was in. I explain how maybe inzo kuba ya leather, maybe inzo kuba ya diva, maybe inzo kuba ya what. So there's a lot of details that we have to actually do it. Those details are the one that make the difference. Muganda. Yes.
But also, I've seen a number of your performances,
yes,
and there is a way you attach to this music.
Yes.
Very close, that you're singing something from the art, from your heart, but you're also taken. Are there moments when you're performing that you really feel maybe the words, the message in this song really touches you and you kind of lose it into another?
In almost all songs, I lose it depending on what I'm thinking or feeling or seeing or the kind of message I want to give out at that specific time. But this new album has those songs that actually really feel like now people need to listen to this. And when I'm performing them, I feel like I'm actually giving it my all. And those songs are a part of, like, basically, one of them talks about gender-based violence. The other talks about gender-based violence now in the eyes of a child. And the other talks about human, not really human, but it talks about how people actually give in and they actually sell everything they have and they go out and work. Yet, they can actually sell that and put it still here and thrive. There's a lot of call it activism, but this activism, I'm actually reminding people, hey, people of the land, wake up. This is our land. You don't have to sell it. Yes.
Well, I know people can't wait to enjoy the live performances by Kenneth, and of course lately having this very interesting song, Sekukulu. Yeah. You know, we are still in this time.
How you like that song, Sekukulu?
Let me understand. Sekukulu, it's like, this is, I once watched Sekukulu, I think it was last year,
yeah,
but then this time around, I see something, would I use the word, better, more interesting?
I guess it's the mood. I guess it's the mood. But Sekukulu, I also, well, this version, I also like it. Actually, surprisingly, it was made by the same producer. The same producer.
Wow.
But I think for the first time, because we were trying to rush, and it didn't come out very well, then we had to redo it again. And then this time around, it actually came out very well. It came out differently and better than I hoped.
How was your Sekukulu, if I may ask?
I was working.
Oh.
Yes. I was actually busy making other people happy, and which also makes me happy, seeing other people happy.
Well, very interesting there, but we also have our poll question this Friday as we usher in the new year, and we want you to send out your greetings. That is your New Year's message to your loved ones, and you can do that by simply going on our social media platforms. We need to hear and send out, that is your New Year's message to your loved ones. This is an opportunity, we know, everyone at such a time, there's that special person who has made this year special for you. So please just do that for us, and we of course will be reading out those lovely messages. That's a few hours to the end of the year, and of course we can't forget the much anticipated, much awaited for, that is the presidential address that is expected at around 8 a.m. this today. We'll expect that 8 p.m. in the evening. His Excellency is expected to address the nation, and of course that will give us more light on how 2022 is going to be. But with me is still Kenneth Mugabi, an artist, a storyteller, a songwriter, a multi-talented person when it comes to issues regarding talent. And we are really eager to hear from him this morning, as he'll be giving us a live performance, which is our culture here every Friday. Well, let me look at some of the messages that are coming in this morning. Yes, we have Edward, but please just don't send pictures. This is not something for pictures. Help us and send written messages. Written messages to your loved out. Well, Kenneth,
yes.
Let's kind of look at your expectations from the presidential address this evening that we expect to hear.
Well, as an artist...
Definitely, I knew that is going to be number one.
As an artist, I need to work. I need, like, it's not a want anymore. It's a need. This is the best thing I know how to do. So I need it. Otherwise, it's not going to be only me who sinks into depression. Other artists are sinking into depression. They feel like they are no longer worthy of whatever they are supposed to be doing. They feel like they are not even here. They feel like they are not even belonging. So what I'm hoping for is us to actually go back and work.
Well, going back to work.
Yes.
Very interesting. That is also a cry for many artists.
Yes.
I saw even some event organizers that were really saying it is time that we are late to go. But also talking about your industry. During lockdown, we had some online concerts. We had a number of platforms coming out to sell, to give better ways of earning for the industry.
Yes.
Have you benefited from any of these?
Yes, I have. But the money comes out very little, and which is sort of not easy, difficult to sustain and the operations. It's basically just to keep up with the appearance, to just kusigala masogaba. And you can, even though you bola kumasogaba and people forget easily, Ugandans move on quickly. And when they open, which I'm hoping they should, when they open, I'm hoping that things people don't have the money like we expect them to have, but
very interesting. Of course, we know that one of the industries that was greatly affected, that is the music industry, because I think that was on the 19th of March 2020. 2020, from the 19th of March 2020, that means the music industry, the entertainment sector, that is when we saw a total lockdown, and till now we've not had it open, though we've seen some that tactfully try to do that.
You think outside the box.
Outside the box.
Yes.
Of course, thinking outside the box in one way or the other, hoping that that is not criminality, because...
No, it's not. Of course, like for example, a wedding, they want 20 people. So you are the 20th.
But most of us have been excellent. Well, now away from music, Kenneth, you're multi-talented. We are going to be doing something together this morning, and of course that is going to be highlights of what was in our news just the last few hours.
Oh, okay. So I have to read this?
Yes. I'll start and we'll do this together. Well, looking at some of the stories that were in our news bulletins that our cameras were able to capture, we begin with, that is the overall operation, that is Suja, commanded by Major General Muhanga Kayanja, who paid a visit that is, and toward also Camp Yuha, that is the former ADF stronghold that was captured by the UPDF and FRADC forces. He was received by Colonel James Kasule, the UPDF commander, and Lieutenant Colonel Mbayo Butata, that is the FRADC commander, who led him on a tour of the 8-acre camp dotted with numerous structures that used to accommodate the ADF remnants and their families. While briefing journalists who accompanied him, General Kayanja remarked that the capture of Nkambi Yayawa marked the end of phase 1 of the Operation Suje, now transiting into phase 2 of this operation.
I'm ready now. CPS police have arrested a taxi driver and conductor of Katoke Bwais and Nabweru stage at Nachivo Muse in connection with the death of a passenger in their taxi. The deputy spokesman, Kampala Metropolitan Police, Luke Oweyesigire, says police is investigating this death because the deceased was found with a swelling on the eye.
Well, away from that, we now take you around the world, beginning with that is tension between Russia and Ukraine, where Putin tells Biden new sanctions would rupture ties. That is, Russia's Vladimir Putin has warned his US counterpart Joe Biden that imposing new sanctions over Ukraine could lead to complete breakdown in relations. In a phone call late Thursday, the Russian president said such sanctions would be a colossal mistake. Mr. Biden, meanwhile, told Putin that the US and its allies would respond decisively on an invasion of Ukraine. The call, requested by Russia, was the pair's second such conversation. This is a month and lasted for almost an hour. It marked the latest effort to diffuse tension over Ukraine's eastern border with Russia, where Ukraine officials say that more than 100,000 Russian troops have been sent at the border. The build-up has prompted concerns in the West, with the US threatening Mr. Putin with sanctions like none he's ever seen if Ukraine comes under attack. Russia, however, denies this, saying they're only there to exercise their troops and not to invade Ukraine. It says it's entitled to move its troops freely on its soils. Now we head to South Africa, where they have lifted part of the measures that were put in place to curb the spread of the Omicron variant. South Africa has lifted overnight curfew rules, with officials saying the country may have passed the peak of its fourth wave of COVID-19 infections. A government statement said the Omicron variant, while highly transmissible, had seen low hospitalization rates than previous waves. They had seen a marginal increase in the number of deaths, it added. The variant, first reported by South Africa last month, spreading fast elsewhere, leading to widespread curb. The World Health Organization has warned of a tsunami of infections from Delta and Omicron variants that could overwhelm health systems. But South Africa, in a statement released after a special cabinet meeting, said the cases and hospital admission rates had dropped in almost all provinces across the country. For the week ending 25th December 2021, the number of infections stood at 89,781, down from 127,753 a week before. And well, that brings us to the end of our stories, giving you a recap of what really happened in the last few hours, and we were able to capture that. Well, Kenneth,
yes,
so many interesting stories. We see police now coming up and detaining the driver and the conductor, where actually a passenger was found dead. Just imagine such an incident. If you are the driver,
well, if you are the driver in such a season, first of all, the passenger has parents. Maybe the passenger had children. Maybe the passenger, maybe they have relatives. So you have to answer. And it is a festive season. So there are a lot of questions to answer.
And you know what is interesting of late? What has happened previously, for us who are around, I don't know if you are around those days, but at least I know Ruben Mpima Kaseda Chibirango was around those days. When mobile phones came in, we had the Katoshi, the Kapupesas. So these didn't have issues like passwords. But today a person runs into a problem, maybe they're unconscious, and you want to use the quickest method of communicating to relatives by then was getting their phone, look through the last person they have called, know who they have said you'd find mommy, tata, and all this. But today,
passwords.
Passwords.
It's a smartphone era, so
it's a smartphone era,
and we have a lot of secrets. So that's why you put all.
So you get confused. You get confused. Where is his phone? Maybe the next would be documents, but very rarely do Ugandans move with documents.
Well, we move with documents, but they are on the phone.
Oh.
Remember, the phone has email, it has a camera, the gallery, it has everything. You can send an email as you're moving. You can communicate, you can okutula deal there and then with your phone. It can do a lot of things.
Definitely.
Yes, so the phone is a very, very prized possession to us, basically, in this generation, in this era. But also, Jukida, it's the safe haven, at the same time, it's what we use as work. So, okuteka password nyingi first of all tuti okutu hacking, tuti okutu ingiriza kuliko mobile money, kuliko what, all those things. And at the same time, it is 50-50. So, kati oyino kwetegereza nogamba nti in case ngudde mbuzibu. Maybe you can write somewhere when you move traveling on your luggage, there's something you put on, for example, when you're flying away. But this
is ordinary things. You're moving maybe to work wherever the gentleman, the late could have been going. And
yes. But, well, omwami ngoyo tetumanyi linnya. Not so? Tetumanyi linnya. But they are still investigating. They're trying to find out who.
The name.
You get so.
And sometimes we have these funny Ugandans as well. That when such an incident comes, the first thing is
check.
And what is more valuable in case it is sometimes the phone they know they can leave, but the wallet and all that, where you could have your national ID, where because with such an incident, if there was anything clearly to state who this person is, by now police would have released the names and of course relatives and people, but now it remains very interesting there. But well, let's once again take a look at our poll question this morning, and we will ensure a return with Kenneth to give you those live performances. And that is your New Year's message to your loved one. Please send in your New Year's message to your loved one, and that is on our various social media platforms, and I'll be reading them out. Please send. Okay, we have, good morning, I'm Frederick. Please play for me Nkwe Gomba by Kenneth Mugabi. This Kenneth is there. I'm trying to look at the wishes here. Well, good morning, UBC. It's me, Isaac from Wachiso Town. I want to wish you Happy New Year to my parents in Arua and relatives, including all those watching UBC. Thank you so much, Isaac. That is from Wachiso. But please, kindly, let's have your name. That's the only way we can know who you're wishing your message to as we usher in 2021. When we return, Kenneth will be giving us his live performance. And of course, there are so many people here requesting, but now it's not yet time for the requests. Please, let's concentrate more on our poll question this morning. We want to send out those greetings to your loved ones as we enter this. Kenneth.
Yes.
Before we return with our live performance, I've seen a number of music, a number of your songs where there's a mix. How many languages do you speak?
2. But as a musician, you have to adapt. Singing a language is different from speaking it.
I was going to pick one of your albums and I was going to tell you that, hey, you're talking about 2, but then you seem...
for example, on my first album, Chibunom, there's a song called Ileng.
Yes.
And that is Acholi. And a friend of mine, she's called, she was actually interning here, from here. We were just there at National Theatre. And then all of a sudden, chatting, and then I was like, how do you say you're nice? Ileng. Just like that? Only one word? Yeah. How about you're beautiful? Iber. Only that? How about you're better than the rest? Ile Jomken. And the song was born. Just like that. And I was very fascinated because the words were so short. Very short. On this new album, there's a song in Lusoga. I don't speak Lusoga, but I tried to sing Lusoga. And there's also Swahili song. I don't speak Swahili, but I sang Swahili. So we try to. I also have another song in Iteso. Ateso, is it Ateso? Iteso. Well, I haven't recorded it yet, but still I try to learn different languages here.
That's why I liked a number of your albums. Whereas this guy sings Lusoga, then some Ateso, then there's a language. I'm like, how many languages do you speak? But the good thing with music, even sometimes when you don't understand the meaning, the words, there's one song of late I'm seeing going viral. Many people don't understand, even me I don't, but I enjoy that song. That is Line.
You
know, if you ask someone, really, what is this song about? Everyone is
music. Music is a universal language.
It's a universal language.
Yes. The soul understands. You don't have to understand. The ears don't have to understand, but the soul will pick it up. And for some reason, it will feel joy. Yes.
Well, let's return with live performances from Kenneth. It is a special Friday and the final Friday of the year, and we are giving you that feel of what you could miss because of the regulations that are governing the celebrations this Friday as we usher on. Well, we'll return with Kenneth.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *149*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *149*10*5#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *149*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Raising voices.
I feel happy when my mother spends time with me. I hope all mothers will like my mother. I want my mother to reach out to all mothers. She knows how important it is to be a good mother. I promise to help my mother inspire other mothers to change.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Patriotism is a feeling of love, devotion, and the willingness to sacrifice for one's country.
I say no to corruption because I put my country first. I choose peace over violence because I put my country first.
I love Uganda. I serve Uganda. I sacrifice for Uganda. I'm loyal to Uganda. I love myself.
Be patriotic. Uganda first. This message is brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Co Uganda, Office of the President.
Introducing the all-new Roofing's TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend surfaces. Roofing's, strength of a nation.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite show.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more Seku points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 Seku points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More Seku points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your Seku points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Patriotism is a feeling of love, devotion, and the willingness to sacrifice for one's country.
I say no to corruption because I put my country first. I choose peace over violence because I put my country first.
Patriotic, Uganda first. This message is brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Uganda, Office of the President.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
My name is Mulage Swahod from Tororo District. I'm so happy that I'm a lucky winner of the 10 million Uganda shillings man after money promotion with Airtel. I can't believe it. It's just like I've been reborn. It's the best day of my life.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Suwaka komera kasedero musonda nga katonedwa buswiti nga kateredde bulungi mu seffuliya y'omusenyu nga keetooloddwa zikkaade ennyimba za ffiri nga ze zikuba musite ebyalaani nga bye bikola ffenna nga tuvumbagiddwa essanyu n'okwagala
omwoyo gwa sekukkulu nga gwetala sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu n'omwaka mujja gw'emirembe sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu n'omwaka mujja gw'emirembe owegga baafuna ku kyennyanja kaninyeze budondo kondakta transport salako tovuga ndima enti batukawuke bulungi nange mukyalo jajja mulabeko sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu n'omwaka mujja gw'emirembe sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu sekukkulu ebeere essanyu n'omwaka mujja gw'emirembe mububuka nkulamusizza weebaze katonda yakuwangaza ekiri ewuwo ne wange kyekiriyo naye guma weereza ddala akalimu kaako koolina abasinga kye bakyalina okusirika kowulira si mirembe buli muvubuka akaaba agamba najja weezi n'asomesa omwana buli gwe nkaabira abeera akaaba ensi efunze eyo kwenkanankayo ndowooza okunnyuka amaka ngalekeraani nkoze 2.75 landiroodi aswama n'akameeza kammanja n'omugagga aswama nze binsobedde ewaka ne mu kibira abinsobedde nze binsobedde ewaka ne mu kibira abinsobedde Muvubuka lindako kutologonya munno ne bw'omusiba ebbanja tirisasula. Muvubuka tomala gasaasaanya nsiko. Bulamu bwe bugagga kozesa obupiira. Yonja omwoyo gw'omuvubuka gukuume. Agali awamu tegaluma ennyama. Najja wenzi n'asomesa omwana. Buli gwenkabira abeera akaaba. Ensefunze okwenkana kayu. Noza kunyuka makanga lekerani. Koze mpirya sabatano. Landiro jaswama. Nakameza kamanja. Nomugaga swama. Zebisobedde wakana muchibira. Abisobedde. Zebisobedde, abisobedde, wakana muchibira. Abisobedde, abisobedde, abisobedde. Happy New Year to my fans. Thank you for supporting. Kakebe gozanya, vayo kagobako, goyo kukunonya, werake, obudde buzibe, lwaki tokowa kuzanya, werake, nonyeza nebulwa, zenebulwa, werake. Mwanya tokowa kuzanya wemba mufumbulira. Chibunomu werake. Chibunomu waddawa. Chibunomu werake, yes. Chibunomu waddawa. Chibunomu werake. Chibunomu waddawa. Chibunomu werake. Chibunomu waddawa. Njagira nga ekiro, nabikira nga eki. Nyanso kwalikolesewa zewe nakulaba kuba nalowooza oli malayika. Maze munyenye mupanga nga nsaba oitukulabiko. Wengatte kudde olubige nga kunoonya funye tangira. Sijja kunoonya. Nange chibunomu waddawa singalongo. Chibunomu werage imba nange. Chibunomu waddawa anawe singalongo. Chibunomu werage imba nange. Chibunomu waddawa nawe singalongo. Chibunomu werage. Waddawa. Chibunomu werage.
Very interesting there. Many people are yearning for Chibunomu, just like we have hello UBC, I'm Nelson Segawa. Ask Kenneth to play me Chibunomu. Goes out to my mother. That is Margaret Nyonyintono. Yes. That is Chibunomu. But also you have hello, I am Yusuf Chiriowa of Lugazi. I want to wish all staff of Unjero Municipality, that is of Umeme Limited, Jinja and Lugazi branches, my family, my friends, and to all our customers at that is Mini Container, that is his that is Happy New Year as well. Well, we also have Frederick, who is wishing his family that is a lovely, prosperous New Year, and also request for Nkwe Gomba by Kenneth. We'll get back to more of this. Yes. Let's keep them coming in. Kenneth.
Yes.
What was the motivation of Chibunomu? What really motivated you to come up with this song?
Well, I've been doing some soul searching, lately. But for some reason, Chibunomu, initially I thought it was about a girl who had, broken my heart. Cliche. But later on, I found out I was actually yearning out for my mother. You know how the world can be tough, and the only person you can rely on, and just go back to your mother and Mama, how do I do this? How do I do that? So now I think about it, Chibunomu it was literally cried out for my mother, basically.
Very interesting. Well, also when we look at Chibunomu, I just love the video, the art you put in these videos. What prompts these scripts? Very interesting scenes. Most of your videos, you find that they are telling a story, but there's also some bit of drama inside them.
In African music, you see. Let me just say this: in Africa, music doesn't go alone. It walks in trinity. Music, dance, and drama. So where there's music, you'll find the drama. And where there's drama and music, you'll find the dance, of course. So I also try and move in such a trend. Yes.
Talking about the various forms of music.
Yes.
And you happen to blend a mix. If you listen, if you watch your songs, what are your favorites? Because sometimes, like when you look at Nachi, there was kind of a bit of reggae. Then when you come to these other songs, what is your best form of music in all these that you have around?
Soul. That's why I'm doing Afro soul. Because with soul, I'm talking to. I'm not just talking to a person, I'm just speaking to the souls. You may fail, or you may cut me out. But I know, for some reason, I find your soul somewhere. Because for the soul, it's always open. So I can find it through your ears, through your eyes, maybe even your senses. Yes.
There is one of the songs, think that could be about something like that, where like there is more of sign language.
Nkwe
There's more of sign language here, and I find that very, most of the times people do not factor in such. I think to me it was one of my, first song to see where this artist brings in sign language in music.
Well, I've actually got that concept from someone abroad. It fascinated me. Though for them, theirs was real choreographed. They gave it a lot of time. But for mine, because I work with a gentleman called Adnan Senkumba. He shoots the videos. So just like that, he was working with those that community with they don't hear, but for some reason they can feel the beat. They can dance. And I was fascinated by that. And I was like, I have a video I want to shoot, and I want to use this concept. And he's like, let us shoot tomorrow. And we did, surprisingly, we did shot the following day. The following day, the video was shot, just like that.
Yes. Very interesting music here. But of course, Kenneth, you talked about this new album.
Yes.
People
of the land.
The people of the land. And we always know that for every album, an artist has that catchy song. All songs are good, but there's that outstanding of the meaning. What is the song on this new album?
I don't know. You will never know. I didn't even think Nacho would stand out on Chibunom album. I didn't know Nkwegoma would stand out on Ugandan album.
How many songs did that have?
Chibunom album had 11 songs. Ugandan album had 13 songs. So this new album has 24. So I do not know which song will stand out. But there's a song I like to perform. Of course.
And which is that?
And the song is called Wamanyiza. Yes, the one I like to perform. And it reminds me of lockdown. So, you want me to perform it now or later on?
It is okay, you can perform it now.
Okay. Wamanyiza isawa wezitimera nawe nemanyiza kunyizanyiza kwotadde nenyonyogeze nekacayi okuli omujaja ng'osobodde nga tugeya emikwano leero oluddeyo Lwaki oluddeyo wamanyiza kino ekyejo gwakireeta wamanyiza kino ekyejo gwakireeta gwakireta wamanyiza tumiza ebyokulya mukwano biwoze wamanyiza kati nze binsobedde bebi ne sokisi zibuze siraba kinkeezaka gwe yamanyiza okukeera nebaka mu ttumbi nkeera mu matulutulu bebi nkulota okonkona nsobedwa wamanyiza kino ekyejo gwakireta wamanyiza kino ekyejo gwakireta gwakireta
Indeed, that is so...
Oh, music. This pushes me to ask you something very personal. You know, your music has a story.
Yes.
When you listen to that song, Wamanyiza, you're waiting for a cup of tea, and all this Kenneth. Are you married?
Not yet.
Oh, but you seem to be knowing so much is happening there.
Of course. I've lived with someone for quite some time, and you get to learn the person, you get to learn the situation, you get to learn a lot of things, and you get to relate. And then when you hear stories from other people, you be like, oh, wow, it also happens here. Oh, okay. So, end of the day, you find solutions for whatever problem. I can have a solution. You can be married for quite a long time. And I solve it for you. You get it? So these things, they just work. They just being engaged, connected.
Well, like earlier I said, you're multi-talented.
Yes.
I've seen a number of movie covers you've done. Very interesting ones.
Yes.
Are they, will you call them? They're called scores.
Yes.
The music language. Okay. Tell us about this. Very interesting as well.
I did one, there's a series called Sanyu. I did one for that. There are very many. Also the one that has just come out, The Girl in the Yellow Jumper, when the credits are going up. There's a song called Nkunda, so I wrote that.
Very interesting.
That I did with the Canon Gents.
Oh.
Yes.
Also, there are some number of competitions you've been part of. What has been the story there?
Competitions are just there to help you gain confidence, learn what you need to learn, know what you need to know. They just prepare for the industry. Otherwise, the competition there, they don't have that's say. They just train you. Basically, they just judge you from singing other people's songs. How about singing your own songs? So, with competitions, with what I tell the contestants that they should do is they should just use them to their own advantages. Because in Zampanika West, in the then I had to come up again. And again, there's most of those as Beziwanika. After the competitions, they don't come back. Many of them, I've seen them, they don't come back. But these people who have tried and at the end of the day, they're like, they feel disappointed, but they're like, but I have some music in me. I need to go up. They always come up.
We've seen the likes of Nava Gray.
Yes.
People that go into these competitions, and really, it's just very amazing sometimes.
Yes, I was also bounced, and I didn't win. And then I came back, and I was like, no, I need this. I need to win some souls. So I didn't win the money, but I've won some souls.
You've won some songs. Then also, let's go back to some of these movie covers. How do you get involved? How are you selected, and what drives you into them? Because you're basically not. Initially,
I didn't want to be seen in the public. I used to be very, very, very timid. I used to be, like, for example, now, I wouldn't know what to do in front of a camera. I wouldn't know. But as time goes on, what I wanted to do was music for film only. Because I used to be fascinated by the way the music enters the scene, how the music affects the scene. And I was so amazed. So when I started writing, it was more of the moody music that kind of wrote, moody, like music you can put in a scene and the scene comes to life. But when the music went out, kind of people like, we want to see you, want to see you perform. So I couldn't stay indoors. I couldn't stay behind doors. So when it came to doing scores, it made sense to the movie makers. They were like, we want you. I think you know what you're doing. So from there, I started experimenting. I started doing these things. I started way back. And right now, it makes sense. Right now, I know what to do. I know when to do it. And I hope I get more gigs.
Definitely. let's now, there's this very interesting song, Sanyu Sanyu.
Sanyu, Sanyu.
And of course, I know at such a time when people are really in that mood to enter the new year, let's have Sanyu.
You want Sanyu?
Definitely.
You also want Sanyu?
I want Sanyu.
Okay.
Nesanze ngayegwe weka afumba echenchane nesunga obulungi bwonsi bwakwemeta sanyu sanyu kiba nkikome ng'onyikadde gwatannabya nakuna sanyu sanyu nkwagala kumpa ku sanyu no sanyu sanyu nkwagala sanyu 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 nkwagala sanyu sanyu nkwagala kyankukunala sanyu bwampa ku sanyu aboneka ng'enjuba y'ekirikita kyannabya nnaku bw'onfumba miringusa bwampa ku sanyu sagambiza buli nkeera ebankuuka gwatannabya nnaku nno sanyu sanyu nkwagala Bumpaku sanyu no, sanyu sanyu kwagala, sanyu sanyu, sanyu sanyu kwagala, sanyu sanyu kwagala. Woo! Gwatannabya nakuna sanyu sanyu nkwagala bwompa ku sanyu no sanyu sanyu nkwagala sanyu 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 oli wakisa sanyu sanyu nkwagala.
Wow, sanyu sanyu. But we
Let's be honest with each other.
Yeah.
This time sanyu you're saying, if there must be a sanyu in your life.
In fact, you couldn't know kugenda n'imirawo. Yeah, fumbe chencha.
The story behind sanyu. Let's just get to know this.
Well, the story is about the Sanyu series, basically. But of course, I have to relate. I have to relate it somewhere, somehow. But that's pretty much it, basically, for now.
And there's a way you bring out these Luganda kind of sayings and march it out. Is it part of your background? Is it because you have strong Luganda words that much of the times are now rare to come by in music? Because today I think we are singing for some generation, but having that, the way you combine the two, you blend, so that there's those words, chibunomu, abobia, etoke, certain words that have long not been very popular.
Well, one way or another, the language will evolve and it will go back from where it started, from some reason, like it's a cycle. So, my story is I grew up in, my mother was in Uganda, a princess in Uganda. So I grew up listening, most of the time she listened to CBS. And there are those programs, so I used to be fascinated by those. I used to listen to Kadonka most of my time, like growing up. And I grew up in Buganda. So I studied in Buganda, Blueberry High School, Chiviri Primary School in Busabala. I went to Mackay University. So I also studied Luganda in my primary too, and then my senior one and senior two. So basically, Luganda has been around me, despite the fact that I am a Musoga by tribe.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
But I grew up in Buganda. All my life is Buganda. That's why I have challenges speaking Lusoga, because everything about me is Buganda, and Lusoga. I listen, I can hear. But replying. So I find Luganda very easy. So basically, Luganda became my first language. Then English became my second language.
And then, okay, let's talk about these instruments, the guitar.
The guitar.
Why of all instruments did you choose this to be your best?
It wasn't my first choice. My first choice was a keyboard, piano. But for some reason, guitar made sense. How? It was cheap.
Oh.
Not in terms of money.
I was going to tell you, well, the last time I entered one of the shops and tried to get myself one.
Yes, not in terms of money.
It was really expensive.
Yes, but in terms of I can carry it anywhere I want.
Okay.
I can play it anytime I want. I don't need electricity. All I need is it plugged here anywhere? No. I can get the sound I want anytime.
And you make it very easy, as if it's that easy. You know, I ever tried a guitar. Tried a guitar myself. I don't know if my fingers weren't very swift at that.
It's
but
easy.
I just had to move away because
it's all muscle memory, by the way. It's just muscle memory because muscle memory. I don't need to look there, but the fingers remember. Yes.
So does it have chords and?
Yes, chords. This is F, this is G, this is C, this is A.
Please, let's go slow. I'm not alone.
So this is like C. This is F. I'm just giving the basics, the basic chords, like the primary chords. This is G. So you can hold G like.
Well, at least someone is learning something as the year comes to an end, how to play a guitar, have the basics, and Kenneth is here trying, but I don't want to try after you have.
No need. But everything is easy, depends on the time you give it. And you don't need to give it a lot of time, you just need to give it small time every day. So,
but also you love the adungu.
Tube fiddle. Ndingidi.
Ndingidi, not adungu. Yes. I think Ndingidi is like a small one, yeah?
Ndingidi is a tube fiddle.
A small one, yeah. So sorry, the adungu is the one where you can even sit at the
bohap.
Bohap.
Yes.
Have you ever tried the adungu?
Yeah, tried the adungu, yes, before. Back at campus.
Back at campus.
I could play it. I can even play it. I can get a sound of it. But my preference is tube fiddle because it imitates the voice. So the tube fiddle plays things that I wouldn't necessarily
sing. That is the ndingidi. Ndingidi.
Yes. Ndingidi.
Oh well, unfortunately, you didn't carry one.
I didn't carry it with me today. Oh, actually, I carried it, though it's in my car.
Though it's in the car. Yeah. I love that. And then you perfect it.
It has that all right. You know, its job is to imitate the voice.
Probably by the end of the show we'll be able to have one and we get you feel that. You know, very interesting one time I went to this washing bay and there was this guy playing. So I reached a point of thinking, maybe he's just bringing out the sound out of his mouth. So I reached that point, but good enough. We'll have you do that. Let's continue reading some of the messages. That is a New Year's message coming in from our viewers. Well, good morning, guys. Please, let's have your name on these messages. He says, the only disease, or no. Let's keep it at what we are focusing on today, and that is our poll question. It will once again be on your screen so that you can send in your New Year's message to your loved ones this morning, and we'll be reading them out. And that is your New Year's message to your loved ones. Please use our social media platforms, and we also have our WhatsApp number, which is 0709602592. But you can also send the traditional way, the SMS, an SMS on that number, and we'll be reading out your New Year's message to your loved ones, like many we have that have been sending them in. So keep the messages coming in, and also those on Twitter, we'll be reading them later on. Let us, this time, let's also look at what is trending in the print media. We know you're either back or you're far. You may not access the papers as often, but we are here to ensure that we give you at least a tip of what is in the papers. And we look at, these are the last papers of the year 2021. So for you who keep those, you really have this as a one of. Beginning with a new vision this morning, very interesting. Museveni address what experts want. What experts want. Remember, today he's expected to address the nation this evening. Still the new vision, Wachiso Seed School, named after Ranga. That is a school in Wachiso. And series exploring Bududa, what John Speak thought of then. That is a greater massacre. The new vision this morning also brings you issues of transport where Entebbe Expressway toll charges begin. That is, if you're to use the Entebbe Express Highway, then you'll have to pay, and it commenced. Trade, Kenya court blocks, that is Mamiya's sugar deal, and celebrities, top 100 celebs of 2021. The new vision brings you those. Also, end of year special. Today we'll look at how to stay out of debt next year. That is a must read. Still look at the lockdown examinations, that is education. We have Senior 1 English, Senior 3 ICT, and we have A-level physics and economics. Looking now, we switch our guards to the Daily Monitor. And Museveni's tough choice in address. Okay, that is the waited for address. Inside the capture of ADF base in DRC, the Daily Monitor also brings you that. Then we also have Scoop Out, that is we have awards and the Artist of the Year 2021. The Daily Monitor also brings you the COVID-19 tracker there. There is more of how we are doing as a country, and also they give you the global stand on COVID-19. Jobs, well, this could be your longer waited for. Don't wait for 2022. Grab the job opportunities here from top companies. The Daily Monitor brings you that. Then, year in review, high-profile court cases of 2021. The Daily Monitor also brings you that. And the Lizard, as usual, the Lizard is only thankful for the support that people have given throughout the year. Well, now let's also move to our neighbors in Kenya. What do they have in their final paper of the year 2021? Here it is, abolishing, that is boarding schools. That is abolish boarding schools. Teachers, that is in Kenya, in the column of education, where they made resolutions at the close of the Health Teachers Conference in Mombasa. Boarding schools, that is interesting. Back to the politics there. Why Uhuru Raila are in rush to pass party's law? Were they in a rush? And of course, still in the Daily Nation, we look at, that is more in the music industry as well. They've given you a phrase of it. And police service scrap graduate constable rank in the new changes. Okay, still looking at the Daily Nation in Kenya. Ruto's dilemma over defection from UDA and much more there. But remember, you can only get more of these details when you get yourself a copy of the dailies this morning. Very interesting stories there. And of course, you'll get more of these there. But Kenya, very interesting here. Abolishing boarding schools. That is for Kenya. Have you ever been in a boarding school to start with?
Yeah, pretty much most of my life.
Which class was that?
I went to boarding school in my primary 2 and left in my senior 6. Yeah, so most of my life, most of my school time, I was in boarding school.
Okay.
And most of my generation, because we have a lot of boarding schools in Uganda. So many of us went to boarding school.
Okay, it's hard to find someone who has no experience of a boarding school.
Well, I have a few friends, and they're like, me, I went there once, and then I'm like, nah, I'm not going back. And I'm like, me, I was there for 6 years, then 6 other years, 12 good years. In
Boarding school.
Yes.
Kenya, this move to abolish boarding schools, what would be your take?
Well, I need to first read the full story to understand why they're abolishing them. So right now, I do not know the full story. Yes.
Of course, we have fires, and of course, we have health threats as well. And so some of the issues here they're focusing at is, let's have kids commute from home.
Well, according to my experience in Uganda, commuting from home is pretty much of a challenge, but also it requires the student to be very, very focused. And we have accidents, so we do not know. But for some reason, Buganda Road students, those primary kids, they survive. And well, good luck to them abolishing.
In our days, it was Boogie Road.
Yes, Boogie Road.
Boogie Road.
Nakase Road. They survive. For something, they survive. They learn how to cross the roads and all that. But there are those who have been in boarding school and they do not know anything
outside.
They don't even know how to use a taxi. They don't even know when to send Masao. So we all
they don't know how to survive that dozing in taxis only to wake up when you've passed where you're supposed to have disembarked.
So boarding schools have an advantage and a disadvantage. This school has an advantage and a disadvantage. So
coming back home, we've begun paying, that is for the express highway, and of course we saw the charges coming out, motorcycles from 400cc, that is about 3,000. Then we had vehicles that are going to pay. Have you ever used this and did you enjoy it before?
Yeah, I've used it before and well, I enjoy it. Like it's pretty quick.
Very fast.
Very fast. Like no potholes, no nothing. But paying, of course you have to, because they know you're very fast and you want to reach very early. So I'm not against paying. I'm not against it.
Well, Kenneth, let's look at some of the messages that are coming in from our viewers. And yeah, good morning. This is Motai Super Edits. May this year bring new happiness, new goals, new achievements, and many new inspirations to your life. Wish you all are very fully loaded with happiness. I hope that this year will be the best of the years in my life. May all of your hopes be fulfilled and all your dreams come true. Thank you so much, Mutai there. Then, good morning, UBC. Waibare George William is my name. Viewing from Nansana, I wish to convey my warm regards to all the UBC TV viewers from where they are. Most so, that is the Bukenya community in Uganda. May God's blessings follow you in the coming year, 2022. As you take pride in that is Bukedia community. Thank you so much for your message. Still coming in. Kenneth, please play us Nachi. Afunakabo. Hey, wajakuitam. But also have some messages that are coming in. That is via our SMS and. I'm Jotham. Happy New Year to my classmates. That is Senior 2N, Buera Senior Secondary School. Okay, thank you for that. And I am Kakunguru Ivan from Rugazi, wishing Mike, Timothy, Paul, and other relatives, plus good friends, a prosperous 2022. Thank you. Hello, morning, Uganda. This is Abdana Kasaga from Bokoma and Simbi, wishing my loved mom, father, and lovely wife a happy new year 2022, inshallah. Well, let's first end that, but to keep the messages coming in, we'll be able to read them out. And what are your major highlights of 2021?
Well, like I mentioned before, the album. That's my major highlight, basically. But also, I happened to get help with the album, with the Kuonyesha Art Fund. They helped me finish the album, and that was a pretty much boost for me. Well, I'm glad they helped me out. Really did help me out. Kuonyesha Art Grant. Which other one? I performed like on TVs and where many couldn't perform. So I'm not that Sijagamanti Gungende Debubi. I will not say that. I've also done a few projects with different organizations, and they're about to come out, of which I'm very happy about it. So let me. I would say the 2021 has been basically preparing me for 2022. So because I'm now ready for 2022, I'm like, bring it on.
Hoping 2022 will be the year you expect it to be.
I hope.
You know, there was this interesting picture I saw on social media where the people we had sent to spy 2022. You saw it? The way they returned with the bruised faces and all that. You're like...
in 2022, it's not what you think.
It's not what we think.
Yes.
Well, I think for me, my 2021, I want to refer to first as a political year. Because remember, that is when we had January 14th, when we had our elections.
Yes.
That is for presidential, parliamentary, and all that. So it was basically politics. And then we had that mayhem of the restrictions, yet some people were violating the campaigns. Whatever happened, the arrest of Robert Kyagulanyi, to me, the beginning was all about politics. Then when we thought, even after the presidential, we had now the hot parliamentary speakership race. Rebecca Kadaga, Jacob Olanya, the NRM caucus saying, well, we're in for Olanya. Rebecca Kadaga insisting, I'll be there. And the final, that was also something that took us. It was a feel for us in the media, you know, when we have what to cover, what have to talk about, when there is always that. So it makes very good news. But also, as we're still moving in, then of course came the uncertainties. Where we saw the attempted assassination, Katumba Amala, that is also something where he lost the daughter, that is Brenda Natongo, and then the driver as well. No sooner had we thought it was all done, then we had the massacre, panga wielding thing, and that also took us like a month, wondering what next, what is happening, how can every day we wake up to another one, breaking another one. But finally, Security was on top of the game. So the
good thing Nzige didn't reach.
The Nzige, you see, at one point we were told they were
nearby.
They were nearby.
Yes, but I'm glad they didn't reach.
And actually, I think the Nzige scared the Nsenene. Because the Nsenene delayed. And I was
they delayed. We had to ask the people in Masaka to help us with that, but not much help.
Then we woke up to, of course, the bomb issues.
Yes, the bomb
where we had the Digida, then we had the Swift coach, then we later saw what happened. That is a Parliamentary Avenue, CPS. I think that was the worst we could say. And then finally, we see UPDF saying, enough is enough.
Yeah.
We'll go pick you in the jungles of Congo. And so far, success is coming out. Day by day, we hear more camps, and now we're being told by the commander there that, well, they're moving to phase 2. So briefly for me, those were the highlights of the year in terms of what happened, and of course what took and dominated, that is the print, electronic, and of course social media. As we go for a break, what is the song, your latest, and you think maybe somehow captured some of these events of the...
I have to think about it, but it's there.
I can't wait to get that.
I have to think about it, but it's there. Right now, I can't think of it. Okay. You want me to play it now?
Not really now. But let's have a sign out as we go for a break. Which song would that be?
Well, people asked for Nachi, but...
Actually, Nachi also is one of... For me, I'm so much taken by the video of Nachi, which they can't see now. But it's the...
But Nachi, people, what they should know is Nachi is a transformational song.
Oh.
Yes, a transformation song. Na kwesunga daludi nga sichara mapera nga na China ingeregeze nga chari blood. But now kwetegekede, I even bought a shoe.
Na eba agoba gwe mu video.
Of course, we're not Kugoba. And actually,
not you shop going up.
That's almost the same thing. Like I went for competitions that are being bounced, and later on, finally, people accept. Bango wako na ku stage, by the way. Yes, and
but even in real life, Banji baba goba yamana bakiriza.
Yes. So that's pretty much Nachi in a nutshell for you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy Nachi by Kenneth.
Na kwezo ngatanga tuchalya mapera neja mama katize kwetegekedde nafunye n'akagato nsaza akaviiri nze n'ennyuma azitera kugolola ngoloddeko mpaginze n'emiwola gya ffene nakyolyeko ngeregeze nazinabyeko leero ebijanjalo kumanyo nabigyeko nakwezonga dda nga tukyali amapeera nendya maama kati nze kwetegekedde nafunye n'akagato naki mukwano be my lover naki mwana gwe please be my lover nasindika omubaka nakuntwalako kwe olw'ensonyi nnyingi nakunkwanako nasamba amapeera onkuba mugongo sijja kwerabira ebyaluli nakunyonyogera nonywegera ebisigadde byalimu oluyi engolo ensambagirizi ne maamawo nakwezonga dda nga tukyali amapeera nendya maamawo kati nze kwetegekedde nafunye n'akagato nawe naki kyokka naki please be my lover yeah nakwezonga dda nga tukyali amapeera nendya maamawo kati nze kwetegekedde nafunye n'akagato naki
Well, I was trying. Very, very interesting, Kenneth. I was trying because, yes, I know the songs.
Yes.
But you see, the way you hold your breath, what is the magic? I try, and at some level, I'm like, I better not faint.
Well, my diaphragm here it does most of the work. Yeah, so I have to control it using my mind. It's a lot of science, biology in it.
Before we learn science here, I'm interested in music. Let's go for a break.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala.
Have a good morning and Happy New Year to you as well.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Introducing the all-new Roofing's TMX 500C rebars with cut and bend surfaces. Roofing's, strength of a nation.
Kenneth is still here with us, and of course, Kenneth, as we wind up, let's get to understand there is so much interesting in the world of music. Yes. But how does one get to Kenneth? Where do they find you? Where do they find your music?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kenneth Mugabi Music.
Okay.
Yes. 2, I'm on Twitter at Kenneth Mugabi. I'm on IG, Instagram, Kenneth_Mugabi or at Kenneth Mugabi. I'm on Facebook, Kuliko Blue Tick, and that is Kenneth Mugabi still. I'm on LinkedIn, Kenneth Mugabi. I'm on ne TikTok nejendi Kenneth Mugabi ku mobile money kwendi Airtel money kwendi byonna Kenneth
kale tutujjake let me get your New Year's message.
Yes.
Kenneth.
My New Year's message is this is a warm, grateful, thankful message to like going out my funds to all my employers. Those are my funds. They employ me, and to all those who have been there for me. To my team, the Afro Souls, pretty much everyone, and I'm looking forward to 2022 and looking for more magic, and I hope God fires you up like the way He is firing me up for 2022, and I hope to see you.
Kenneth is on fire. Well, let's have that fire. Yes. Happy New Year, and please behave responsibly even as we usher in the New Year. Yes. God bless you. Let's have Kenneth's performance.
So can I come back Bakaguze? Yes, Bakaguze. So I have to perform it. Kontadika kaweta lero onina nkweku midebanga masoku katonda nakusubiza mukwano tulirambula eggwanga lyonna kuva ku sosi tutalaga amanga gonna nina ebbanga lyonna tutandise obulamu bupya onnina yes onnina lera baby onnina onnina lera onnina onnina yeah onnina choka nawe onnina onnina lera onnina wajjanga saga njogerera longobe manja buli mwaka wodda bujja butabuti bw'osoma obukuwembejja olabirala zimbulukusa oza ensuubi eriba lidduse ofumma ettooke oterisiyo abakukuzambe bazanze sitoma nina ebbanga lyonna tutandise obulamu bupya annina annina lera baby onnina onnina lera onnina 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 choka nawe onnina onnina lera onnina 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 Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you very much. My name is Kenneth Mugabi. See you.